ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयाम उदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमा श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टकी। भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टकी। भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टकी। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण Canto 4 Chapter 8 entitled Dhruv Maharaj leaves home. Today we will try render service to the 36th text. अतापि अविनीतस्य क्षत्रं घोरं उपेयुषः सुरुचि सुरुच्यः दुर्वचः बाणेर न भिन्ना श्रायते हृदि अतापि मे विनीतस्य अतापि मे विनीतस्य क्षत्रं घोरं घोरम उपेयुषः शात्रं घोरम उपेयुषः सुरुचया दुर्वचो बाने सुरुचया दुर्वचो बाने ना बिन्ने स्वयते हृदय ना बिन्ने सार्यते हृदय अतापि मे विनीतस्य शात्रं घोरम् उपेयुषः सुरुचाय दुर्वचो बाने न बिन्ने सार्यते हृदय न बिन्ने सार्यते हृदय न बिन्ने सार्यते हृदय अतापि मे विनीतस्य शात्रं घोरोपेयुषः सुरुचया दुर्वचो बाने ना बिन्ने सार्यते हृदय अथापि मे विनीतस्य शात्रं घोरोपेयुषः सुरुच्या दुर्वचो बाने ना बिन्ने सार्यते हृदय अथापि मे विनीतस्य शात्रं घोरमुपेयुषः सुरुच्या दुर्वचो बाने ना बिन्ने सार्यते वैष्णवीस माताजी अतापि मे विनीतस्य शात्रं घोरमुपेयुषः सुरुच्या दुर्वचो बाने ना बिन्ने सार्यते बिन्ने अतापि मे विनीतस्य शात्रं घोरमुपेयुषः सुरुच्या दुर्वचो बाने ना बिन्ने सार्यते हृदय अथापि मे विनीतस्य शात्रं घोरमुपेष्य सुरुच्या दुर्वचो बाणेर नाभिन्नेशयते अथापि therefore may my Vinitasya, not very submissive, Shatram, the spirit of a Kshatriya, Goram, intolerant, Upeyushaha, achieved, Suruchaha, of Queen Suruchi, Durvachaha, harsh words, Bane, by the arrow, Na, not, Bhinne, being pierced, Saryate, remain in Hirdi, the heart. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada Ki. The translation and the purport is very, very long, full of ecstasy. Srila Prabhupada is with lot of love and ecstasy overwhelming, is pouring in this purport. So Srila Prabhupada is in ecstasy. So when we serve, we may also go into ecstasy. But the principle is, Siddhant is, service first, ecstasy later. In Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, we find Akrura is happy to serve Krishna by seeing Krishna so close, his lotus face and his wonderful charming smile and his beautiful eyes and the garland. He goes in ecstasy. Then he says, oh, the service to the Lord is getting disturbed because of this ecstasy. Then he said, I don't want this ecstasy. First service, then ecstasy. So we may go into ecstasy while hearing this wonderful purport, but we should be alert. No, we should hearing, Shravan and Kirtan is our first service. Later on, after the class, we may go to ecstasy. Translation. My dear Lord, I am very impudent for not accepting your instructions. But this is not my fault. It is due to my having been born in a Kshatriya family. My stepmother Suruchi, has pierced my heart with her harsh words. Therefore, your valuable instructions does not stand in my heart. Purport. It is said that the heart or the mind is just like an earthen pot. Once broken, it cannot be repaired by any means. Durvasa Maharaj gave this example to Narad Muni. He said that his heart having been pierced by the words of his stepmother's harsh words, felt so broken that nothing seemed valuable but his desire to counteract her insult. His stepmother had said that because he was born from the womb of Suniti, a neglected queen of Maharaj Uttanapad, Dhruv Maharaj was not fit to sit either on the throne or on his father's lap. In other words, according to his stepmother, he could not be declared king. Durvasa's determination, Dhruva Maharaj's determination, therefore, was to become king of a planet, exalted even beyond that possessed by Lord Brahma, the greatest of all demigods. Dhruva Maharaj indirectly informed the great sage Narada that there are four kinds of human spirit: the Brahminical spirit, the Kshatriya spirit, the Vaishya spirit, and the Shudra spirit. The spirit of one caste is not applicable to the members of another. The philosophical spirit enunciated by Narad Muni might have been suitable for a Brahmana spirit, but it is not suitable for a Kshatriya. Dhruva frankly admitted that he was lacking in Brahminical humility and was therefore unable to accept the philosophy of Narad Muni. The statements of Dhruva Maharaj indicates that unless a child is trained according to his tendency, there is no possibility of developing his particular spirit. It was the duty of the spiritual master or the teacher to observe the psychological movement of a particular body and thus train him in a particular occupational duty. Dhruva Maharaj, having already been trained in Kshatriya spirit, would not accept Brahminical philosophy. In America, we have a practical experience of this incompatibility of the Brahminical and Kshatriya temperaments. The American boys who have simply been trained as Shudras are not at all fit to fight in battle. Therefore, when they are called to join the military, they refused because they do not have Kshatriya spirit. This is a cause of great dissatisfaction in society. That the boys do not have Kshatriya spirit does not mean that they are trained in Brahminical qualities. They are trained as Shudras, and thus in frustration they are becoming hippies. However, as soon as they enter Krishna consciousness movement being started in America, they are trained to meet the Brahminical qualification, even though they have fallen to the lowest condition as Sudras. In other words, since the Krishna consciousness movement is open for everyone, people in general can attain Brahminical qualifications. This is the greatest need at the present moment, for now there are actually no Brahmanas or Kshatriyas, but only some Vaishyas for the most part Shudras. The classification of society into Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Sudras is very scientific. In the human social body, the Brahmanas are considered the head, the Kshatriyas are the arms, the Vaishyas are the belly, and the Shudras are the legs. At the present moment, the body has legs and a belly, but there are no arms or head. Therefore, the society is topsy-turvy. It is necessary to re-establish the Brahminical qualification in order to raise the fallen human society into the highest standard of spiritual consciousness. Srila Prabhupada ki Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Mano Abhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhuvaevacha Patitanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivashadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Bhuter Mahatbir Yaima Puru Vibhu Nirmaya Sete Yad Amashu Purusha Bhunte Gunana Sodasa Atmaka Solang Krisista Bhagavan Vachamsi Me Solang Krisista Bhagavan Vachamsi Me Solang Krisista Bhagavan Vachamsi Me Akila Jagadaguru Vachana Se Amar Alankrita Kari Bharashamata Tumar Tava Kripa Hoy Mara Kata Shuddha Hoy Suniya Sabhara Sokha Dukha Jeguchibe Mokam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yat Kripatamam Vande Shri Gurun Dinatarine Mukera Bhagya Manasir Ullas Doshami Moadama Karuni Jadas. Hare Krishna. International Society for Krishna Consciousness, ISKCON, Sydney, welcomes all the wonderful loving devotees for this most special morning Srimad Bhagavatam class. Please accept the blessings of Sri Sri Radha Gopinath Ji and mercy of Srila Prabhupada. Srimad Bhagavatam is life of the Vaishnavas. Srimad Bhagavatam is the heart of the Vaishnavas. Srimad Bhagavatam is the topmost belonging of a Vaishnava. Srimad Bhagavatam is non-different from Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam is Krishna in the word form, Vagmay Swarup. Srimad Bhagavatam is a Paramahansa Samhita. Paramahansa Chakrachudamani, the topmost fan-like devotee, Sukdev Goswami Maharaj, meditating and contemplating the pastimes of the Lord, the name of the Lord, the qualities of the Lord, is going towards the banks of Ganges in Haridwar, Suktal, where he finds King Parikshit, who has taken a vow to fast until death in 7 days, and that he speaks to him the secrets of Krishna consciousness. Thus he comes to the pastime of Lord of Dhruv Maharaj, where Dhruv Maharaj is saying, "My dear spiritual master Narad Muni, I cannot follow your instructions." Why, my dear son? So he says, because my heart is totally pierced by the harsh words of my stepmother, Ruchi. Here, one very significant factor which is very important. Dhruv Maharaj, though is 5 years old, but he knew what is his weakness. He knew that he cannot be Vinit. He says, I am Avinit. Vinit means being humble. He says, I cannot be submissive. I cannot be humble. Avinitasya. I cannot be humble. I cannot be submissive to your instructions. Why? Because I am not from that Brahminical spirit. You are a Bhagavata, but I am not a Bhagavata. I am an ordinary conditioned soul. Happiness and distress is affecting me. Atapi, therefore, may avinitasya, I cannot be submissive. I cannot be submissive. This is his weakness. I remember a long time ago, I was preparing for my upcoming examinations, entrance examinations like IMA and banking and IIM and etc. So I had to prepare for the entrance exam, then for also interview and GD, group discussion, etc., etc. So the trainer, I remember there are 6 of us or 5 of us, and the trainer was there. And he asked me one question, many questions. In the interview, if you are asked, what's your weakness? How will you answer? What is your strength? What is your weakness? Then I thought for some time, as a young boy, maybe I was, say 20, I just was in the teens. Sir, I have no weakness. As soon as I said, I have no weakness, because I was trying to continue, what is my weakness? What is my weakness? I just said, I have no weakness. He said, you are the most dangerous person in this world. I was shocked. And he really blasted and shouted, you are the most dangerous person in the world. Because we see, if we don't understand our weakness, we may judge ourselves. We may think we are bigger than what we are, and that's what happened to the most dangerous persons in this world. Hiranyakashipu, he is an insignificant soul, but he is thinking he can be greater than. Ravana is an insignificant soul, but he is thinking he can be greater than, because he did not know his weakness. So these words affected me at that time, but the purport, the real meaning, I am getting it after reading Prabhupada's purports and lectures. Once, if we don't understand our weakness, we don't know our weakness, we may over judge ourselves, and we may do things which we may not be able to do, but in this process we will create chaos in the society, like Ravana and Hiranyakashipu. But one good thing about this small boy, he is very cultured. He know, I have been trained in the Kshatriya spirit. Kshatram Goram Upe Shuya. I have been trained in this Kshatriya spirit. These Brahmanical qualities will not apply for me. I have been trained in this. I cannot tolerate this. I cannot tolerate this. Harsh words. I am going to take revenge. I cannot tolerate this. You as a Brahmana can do that. Shamadama tapasvaja. You can do that, but I cannot do that. He knows his weakness. He says that I cannot be submissive to your instruction. Atapi me avinita shyam. Why? Because Shatram Goram Upeshuya. I've been trained in that. Once in Mumbai, this is after Srila Prabhupada's, or during Srila Prabhupada, during Prabhupada, immediately after during Prabhupada's departure, Gurudas Prabhu, they are the famous Prabhupada disciples who went to London. Gurudas Prabhu, Yamuna Devi, Sham Sundar, Malti Devi, and and one more couple were there. He was in Bombay, and because he is a devotee, one of the rich Gujarati Marwadi gentleman. He said, please come have satsang in our house. Please come give a lecture, spiritual discussion. He said, yes, why not? And Gurudas was saying, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and we are his servant. And he went on and on. But this Gujarati gentleman, because he loved saintly personalities, he might have called many other saintly personalities. Some of them might have been Mayavadis. So the Mayavadis must have affected his mentality, and he was saying, everything is one, we are all one. He was like, in that mood, very innocently, or in a not like a real Mayavadi, but he was repeating the words of the Mayavadi which affected his consciousness. But he is not a Mayavadi, but he repeated the words, yes, everything is one, we are all one. Then there was Gurudas Prabhu, trained by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami. Prabhupada Pranam Mantra is Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Prabhupada's Pranam Mantra is Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namne. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaurvani Pracharine Nirvishesha. And Gurudas Prabhu could not tolerate. And he said, we are not one. And he lifted his arms. Believe it or not, he is almost 6'6" and very tall and very strong also. And he made his arm into a fist, and from that height he took his arm with full force and he broke the table which was made of glass. This Gujarati gentleman, he was devastated. Sadhu, Vaishnava, you are devotee, and you are getting so out of control. There is so much anger. He said, yes, I have been trained that to become devotee. Had I not been devotee, instead of breaking this table, I would have broken your head. So the thing was, Gurudas Prabhu is understanding, yes, that I cannot tolerate this. But still, because he was trained by Prabhupada, he at least did not do what he would have done if he was not trained. Similarly, here we see that Dhruv Maharaj is trained in Gurukul to be a Kshatriya. We can also appreciate that Dhruv Maharaj, even though he heard his stepmother's harsh words, he was waiting for his father to say something. But his father did not say anything. He was so angry. But due to the upbringing, culture, at least he did not shout back at his stepmother, or he did not slap his stepmother, but he was not able to, but he kept quiet. But the anger vented out through his eyes and his nose. He was blowing hot air, and as mentioned in Bhagavad, his lips were trembling. One good thing, he did not speak anything. That is the training, because of the training. One good thing, Gurudas Prabhu did not break his head, because that is the effect of the training. When Brahmaji told his 4 sons, Sanak, Sanatan, Sanandan and Sanat Kumar, you should get into family life and have progeny and fill the universe with living beings. They refused. Believe it or not, they refused. Brahma was very angry, and it is mentioned, Brahma was angry, but he did not speak anything, but his anger vented out through his eyes, and his eyes were very red. And from that, another living entity came, that is Rudra. The same thing, when Bhrigumani came to test him, being his son, he should pay obeisances, but he sat right in front of his father. Brahma was angry, but he did not open. That's because of the good culture or training he had. Once Birbal told his father, Akbar, the king, is calling you to. He said, what should I do? Even I said, why are you calling my father? But he said, he wants to see you. I told Akbar, Badshah, that I am enough. Why are you troubling? Why do you want to trouble my father also? I can tolerate that, but he's an old man. Why do you want to tolerate in mind? But Akbar said, no, you are such a good person. I want to see your father also. Then he said, his father was like, he said, no, I cannot do. If I speak something which is not spoken, then everything will be, topsy-turvy, and things will go bad. He said, okay, don't worry. What you do? He said, and he spoke something. Will that work? What if he gets angry? Don't worry, I will take care. So next day, Akbar is there, and Birbal comes with his father. And Birbal's father is very elderly, so Akbar, with a lot of courtesy, welcome, be seated. Will you have milk, or you will have chas? How are you? Everything is okay? Your son is really great. I did not understand. You want to say something? Akbar is going on and on, but Birbal's father is not speaking. Then Akbar got a little annoyed, and he asked Birbal, come here. And he says, Birbal, what should we do? And he wanted to taunt Birbal. What should we do if we come across a fool? And Birbal said, we should do what? We should do that what my father is doing. We should not open our mouth. So we could see that Dhruv Maharaj, he did not open his mouth, at least in front of his mother, though he was out of control, because the mother spoke something which was not to be spoken, that was foolish. But the culture made him so strong that he did not speak. But the anger came through his eyes and the nose. So whenever we are angry, the first thing, many things may happen, but at least we should not open our mouth. If we open the mouth, words which not to be spoken will come out. And once the word starts coming, the hands will do what is not to be done, and the legs will do what is not to be done. So Brahma did that, and Dhruva also followed that. But the anger was there. He said that I will take revenge. And he goes. Now here Dhruva is accepting, I have my limitations. I cannot be like a Brahmana. I am a Kshatriya. I have been trained as a Kshatriya. Atapi me avinitasya. I cannot be submissive like a Brahmana. I cannot take these instructions you are saying. Shatram goram upe yusha. The words spoken by mother, Suruchya is one of the two wives. One is Suniti and another is Suruchi. It says that Suniti means one who follows the rules and regulations. And Suruchi is one who follows the mind, whatever is the mind says, Ruchi. So Suruchi was the younger wife, and Uttanpad was tricked by her, and he was infatuated by her, so much so that he did not care for Suniti, and Suniti was treated like not even like a maid servant. She had been told to go out of the palace. She was staying somewhere in her spiritual master's ashram in a small hut. That's where Dhruv Maharaj came from, and he saw. But when he was not being greeted properly and was spoken the harsh words, he says, Surucha Durvacha Baner. It was like arrows. Sometimes we find that words can create wounds which cannot be repaired. We may punch somebody, but they may take it in a spirit and say, okay. And that may not look harm, but the words sometimes has a deeper and more painful impact that one may never ever forget for lifetime. The Mahabharata, it is said that the words spoken by the Queen Draupadi was so much piercing the heart of Duryodhan that he said that he will take revenge. The palace was so beautifully constructed by Vishwakarma that land was looking like water and water was looking like land. And Duryodhan came for the housewarming ceremony and he was walking. And as he was walking in the land, he saw it was okay, and he felt, wow, now land is there. But it was actually so beautifully made, it was water. And he stepped, the balance was lost and he fell down. And it seems Draupadi made a statement which pierced his heart. Son of a blind person is also blind. And she laughed. And she did it because she knew the trouble he had given. But this word should not have been spoken. But now he said he will take revenge. And the whole thing starts. So in this world, the words we speak, like in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that the austerity of body, austerity of words, speech, austerity of mind in the 17th chapter. Austerity of speech is we should speak words which will not agitate others. We should speak words which will benefit others. Otherwise, we need not speak. So we see the impact of the words spoken. Dhruv Maharaj is saying, Suruchya Durvacha Bane Na Binne Sharyate Hirdi. Therefore, your valuable instruction does not stand in my heart. It cannot stand in my heart because my heart is now broken. There is no place for good advice. Now revenge is the thing. So in this world, what good we can do is, we can produce is some good, sweet words. Rest from this body, whatever comes out is dirt. From the eyes, some dirt comes. From the ears, something dirty. From the mouth, from the nose, everything. The 9 holes, only the mouth can produce something good. And the sweet words can make or break. In this context, it broke the heart. Once, Akbar asked Birbal, what is the best gift one can give another? Then Birbal, everybody said, gold, these, that, these, wonderful things they said. Diamond. Akbar was feeling well. But Birbal said 2 sweet words. Akbar got angry. You have to prove this to me. Then he said, okay, tomorrow send your sister to my palace. I want to feed her with Rajbhog. So the sister comes. Yeah, please take this puri, please this paratha, please take. Yes, very nice. Now it's enough. Now she's saying enough. And he's saying, no, take. And he used such words. Now gradually he said, eat, what is there, what is there? In Hindi, if we say, खाते जाओ, खाते जाओ, खाते जाओ, खाए जाओ, खाए जाओ, अरे खाओ ना, और खाओ, तेरा बाप का क्या जाएगा, खाते जाओ. So he's saying that eat, go on eating, bhai. It's not your father's, you go on eating. It's in Hindi, if we say, it looks very harsh and bad. And she was really angry. And she went and complained to Akbar, this is what your minister is doing. Then he said, why did you do that? Then he said, I gave her many good things, but I spoke 2 bad things. It was really painful for her. What do you want to say? He said that, I want to say that the best gift we can give to others is speak, few sweet words. Speak words, Satyam Priyat, Priyam Priyat. That's what is the best thing we can do in this world. For that, we have to practice Krishna consciousness. By doing that, gradually, the tongue which is speaking many things will come to a stage where we speak the truth, and that truth will speak in a beautiful way. Satyam Priyat, Priyam Priyat. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. In Sanskrit there is a niti. Why don't you speak the truth in a sweet way? Why don't we speak wonderful words, sweet words? Why are we so what do you call? In Hindi we say that आप लोग इतने कंजूस क्यों हैं? Why are we so like a miser in speaking some good words? So we should not be miserly in speaking some good words. Speak some good words, otherwise these words can make or break the world. The biggest war which was there in this world was because of few words, Ande ka beta Andha, which was spoken by Draupadi. So we speak few words. Here also, these words can make or break. Here he was said she was said, Suruchi said that you have to take birth from my womb to sit in your father's lap. This really pierced the heart, and is saying, my dear spiritual master, my heart is pierced by the harsh words. So we should be careful in our day-to-day life that we use words which is pleasing and beneficial. Dhruva, one good thing is he knows his weakness, so we should also know our weakness, and we should be very careful to take our steps. Once we know our weakness, we can work on that and make our we will not overestimate our own self, and we will know what to do and what not to do. In this way, there are many lessons to be taken. Prabhupada brings out that a Kshatriya is trained as a Kshatriya, a Brahmana is trained as a Brahmana, but in the current scenario, there is no Kshatriya, no Vaishya, and there is no Kshatriya, no Brahmana. Everybody is almost a Vaishya, or most are Shudra. Kalyug, many. So that's why in Kalyuga it says that the young boys were told to fight in the war, but they refused to go against Vietnam because they did not want. Prabhupada says because they were not trained like a Kshatriya. They were not trained like a Brahmana. They were trained as a Shudra. So there was frustration. They became hippies. Then Srila Prabhupada adds, whether they are Shudra or whether they are worse than Shudra, but if they take up Krishna consciousness, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, they can be better than a Brahmana, a Vaishnava. And that's how Prabhupada made the hippies to happies, the Rishis to Rishis, Chinese to Muni, and Japanese to do japa. It's very powerful. what is the most important training? Srila Prabhupada says that the important training is that everyone should be trained in Krishna consciousness so that we can upgrade our consciousness, become Brahmanical, and more than Brahmanical, become a better Vaishnava. So let us take this opportunity. Whatever is our background, whatever is our culture, if we take this Krishna consciousness, we can upgrade our consciousness, and we can bring out the best version of our own self and make this world a much beautiful place. Hare Krishna. Okay, questions? Hare Krishna. Please. Usually, spiritual masters, they are representative of Krishna. And when they give instructions, they know that the disciple will definitely be able to execute the instruction. And with the instruction, they give the power also. If the spiritual master, but the spiritual master is also careful. He may not give instruction, but he may suggest, can you do this? If he says, do book distribution, that means it's an instruction. You are an educated boy. You speak English. Why don't you go to the English countries and preach? That's an instruction. Srila Prabhupada executed it. With the instruction, even the power to execute is also given. But sometimes spiritual masters, they don't give instructions. They may say, can you do this? In that context, we can, go, we can speak like Dhruva Maharaj spoke. This is my weakness, and somehow this may not be, I may not be able to do this. But if it's an instruction, then we should pray to Krishna, please empower me. And definitely, because in the instruction, the empowerment will also be there. And when we sincerely try, let us sincerely try, and then we are not up to the mark, then we can reveal our heart. That's the time we can reveal our heart. I am trying my best, Gurudev. Please bless me, empower me. And then we can speak. Then he may ask, what is happening? Then we can say, I tried this. There were some issues regarding health, some finance problem. That's why we did not come up to the mark. That time we can reveal. But straightforward, we may not on the face say that, Gurudev, this is not possible. We should try our best, and later on, Gurudev will also understand. Okay. Better. better. First thing is when the spiritual master gave an instruction, that should be the thing. The thing. Later on, whatever you want to do, keep doing it. Plus, do the main thing. Serve the Vaishnavas, serve Krishna better. But the thing. The whole Bhagavad Gita is like this. That Krishna is telling Arjuna, you should kill Dronacharya and Bhishma. But Arjuna says it is not possible. What I want is divine knowledge. Karpane dosho pata sabhav. Give me that divine knowledge. So Krishna says in the second chapter, this divine knowledge you can achieve by doing Nishkam Karma Yoga or by going to the forest. Then Arjuna is saying, I will go to the forest. But Krishna is saying that will not help you. You have to, you have to do what I say. And this goes on chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5 and chapter 6. You think that if you go to the forest, you have to meditate, and when you meditate, your consciousness should come to that level that you think the welfare of all the living entities. Then Arjuna says, I can think well for Yudhishthir but not for Duryodhan. Why? He says, Chanchalimana Krishna Pramata Balavadhiram. He said, yes, I told that in the first chapter. You made me work so hard. So he had to come to that point. So whatever spiritual master speaks is the thing we have to do. Like Srila Prabhupada first came to, he tried to do preach in India, but it did not happen because it was not the wish of his spiritual master. It was in Jhansi and other places. It did not happen. When he came to America, he was a success because he was following the instruction of his spiritual master. For 1 year, he was feeling it is difficult. It is difficult. At one point, there are evidence saying that Prabhupada was going to the port, which is the ship which is going back to India. He was thinking like that also. He was in that state of mind. But he continued and continued and continued, and it happened. So it is difficult but not impossible. So when Prabhupada preached in Paschata Desh, then again he came to India, then many things started happening. So we should not keep the instructions of our spiritual master aside and then do something different. That will be little. Okay. So maybe this is in general, but this is the principle, but in particular cases it can be discussed separately and some other, but in general the instructions, the order of the spiritual, chant 16 rounds, follow 4 regulated principles, don't leave ISKCON. That is the instruction for every disciple in ISKCON. So we should follow that. And Prabhupada said, if you do that, even if we don't fulfill Krishna's instruction, Antakalicha Mamevam Smaran Mukta Kalivaram, don't worry, flight from Vaikuntha will not come. I will come from Golok Vrindavan, take you back home, back to Godhead. If the doors of Vaikuntha is closed, don't worry, I will go beyond Vaikuntha, we'll go to Dwarika. Doors of Dwarika is closed, no problem. We'll go to Mathura, Mathura's doors is closed, no problem. Golok Vrindavan doors are closed. Okay, no problem, we'll go beyond to the back door. Back door is closed. There is a small door, key is given by Radharani. That small door I will open and get you inside. Srila Prabhupada ki? Yeah. So we do that, and that will be. This is the minimum for all of us. All right, so thank you very much. Should we take one more question or okay, one fast question? This is material world. and and the 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 king was infatuated by the way Suniti was serving him, and Suniti made some demands that me and only me, there should be no balance. So he was so infatuated, he had to. It happens. If one is not very strong spiritually, one may not behave in the best version they are supposed to behave. So when Dhruva Maharaj went to forest, then he came back to senses. He chanted more rounds. Then he became little spiritually strong. He said, Dhruva will be the king, and he gave the throne to Dhruva and he left. So it requires some spiritual strength. Maybe Uttanpad was not attending Mangalarti for many days. He became spiritually weak and was infatuated by this. It happens when we are not spiritually strong, then we get tempted by the urges. And Suniti took full advantage of that. So we have to be spiritually strong, right? Hare Krishna. All right. So yesterday you had asked one question. You had asked question. The second sloka of Srimad Bhagavatam talks about Bhagavatam, Dharma Projito Kaitavatra, and Akama Sarva Kama Moksha Kama. That is the answer to the question by Parikshit Maharaj. What should a person who is about to leave the body should do? So he should increase his eagerness. So these two are two different subject matters. And the topic of the Dhruva Maharaj will gradually take us to Shuddha Bhakti, pure devotional service. Though he is not pure, but it will lead to pure devotional. Every episode talks about pure devotional service. And in every episode we will find Akama Sarva Kama. Everybody is eager. Whether it's Dhruva, whether it's Prahlada, whether it's Gopis, every episode will talk about Tivrena Bhakti Yogena. All right. Thank you. Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur Hari Premanande. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Shri Radha Gopinath ji ki jai. So these are the deities. Srila Prabhupada carried them in his laps from Bombay. You all are very fortunate. Very nice. And these are the shoes Prabhupada wore. Very good.